Hello, I'm Dane, and this is Dan Explains, a word that's been thrown a lot since Pope Francis became Pope, and it continues to be used under Pope Leo XIV, is the word synodality. However, when reading both Pope's comments on synodality, it's been really hard to figure out what it actually is. Well, what is it? Let me explain. Looking back on church history, synods were generally meetings of church authorities to make decisions and appointments. The various councils, like the Councils of Nicaea, which happened 1700 years ago this year, or the Council of Vatican II, which is the most recent council, are technically synods. But often when the synod is used to make major modifications or define new important dogma, they're often called councils. So what does it mean when the Pope says the Church should be more synodal? Does this mean more synods where decisions are made? Well, Pope Leo XIV recently visited the Middle East. Notably, he met the Patriarch of Constantinople, Bartholomew I, who is arguably the leader of the Orthodox churches, although they call him the primary patriarch among equals. If they're all equals, I'm not quite sure what makes him primary. Anyway, Pope Leo called for a restoration of communion between the Roman Catholic Church and the Eastern Orthodox churches. Notice the phrase Eastern Orthodox churches is plural, yet they generally agree with each other. How do they do that? Well, through synods. They have no real head or final authority, at least that they recognize here on earth. That sounds like a more synodal church than the Catholic Church to me. You'd think if one of synodality's goals was to make the church more synodal, it would be to make the church more decentralized, similar to the Orthodox churches. Maybe that's in there a bit, but if it is, it's a dire wolf in wolf's clothing. Because this is what the International Theological Commission says it is: the involvement and participation of the whole people of God in the life and mission of the Church. What does that even mean? Well, judging by the actions of Pope Francis and Pope Leo, it seems to involve appointing more laypersons to managerial positions and including more lay people in the decision-making events of the Church, like synods. But Pope Francis, at least, is presented as some kind of permanent, ongoing process. It's almost as if Pope Francis decided to latch onto a word to define his pontificate by opening the dictionary at random and somehow just landed on the word synodality. But instead of the true meaning, someone had pasted a page from Protestant Congregationalism in there. Also, the 16th Ordinary Central Assembly of the Synod of Bishops, also known as the Synod of Synodality, says synodality is a path of individual spiritual renewal and structural reform that enables the Church to be more participatory and missionary, so that it can walk with every man and woman radiating the light of Christ. Well, that's a word salad if I ever saw one. That seems to indicate that synodality isn't just about getting laypersons to participate in the church governance and decision-making, but for the goal is to get the church to get more down on the average person's level, to appear more inclusive. Taking that into consideration, the Synod on Synodality is a highly ironic name for the Synod, because it seems the function of the Synod is to redefine the word Synod altogether. If you read the stuff that comes out of the Synod on Synodality, or the way the participants describe its purpose, it reads like a mission statement from one of those NGOs whose real purpose is to funnel taxpayer dollars to feed the if we're getting flagged, let's just call it the at the bottom of the ocean state. The fact that the Synod on Synodality seems to have such a broad, undefined goal buried under a word salad 1,000 feet deep seems to indicate that the Synod on Synodality's goal isn't increasing traditional synodality at all, but is to act as an ongoing internal bureaucracy, whose mission evolves over time to slowly transform the Church into something it's not. Thank you for watching. If you like this video and other topics ranging from theology to science, please press the like button, subscribe to my channel, and ding the bell to get notified when I post new videos. Also, Please support me on Patreon to get extra content and special perks. Link in the description. The more people support me, the more time I can dedicate to make videos like this one. So, until next time, have a great week.